Hello, and welcome to the grocery store system design for specifically a Fry's Food and Drug Store. Now, to begin off, we will look at the use case diagram. As you can see, there are a lot of cases, but the system is built in such a manner that it is easy for somebody to access. As you can see, we have four main users. We have the worker, who can make purchases, return orders, leave or enter the building. The customer can also leave or enter the building, and the customer may check out. You may notice that the customer is not the one who actually does the returning orders or making the purchase, because the worker is the one who actually has those methods within their class. However, the customer does check out, and the worker must have a customer checking out in order to actually perform those functions. Over here we have the company, who can buy wholesale, and we have the wholesaler, who can provide wholesale. Pretty simple. And then there are a bunch of included use cases that are handled by the system class. Here are use case descriptions. We can just scroll past them. A couple sequence diagrams. A lot of sequence diagrams. Some activity diagrams. As you can see, such as for the purchase wholesale, you request items. Sometimes items cannot be provided, but if they are provided and you have enough funds and the items are correct, then you are able to purchase them. We have some state diagrams too. Here's the states within the actual building. You have outside the building and then inside the building. Inside the building you could be waiting for an action, and then you could be returning items, purchasing items, or in the aisles. Customer and worker have very similar states. However, the worker does not actually go throughout the aisles because they do not need to get items. Company and the wholesaler are in a similar line where they have similar states, and their state diagrams are a lot more simple because they are less intensive heavy when it comes to use cases, as was shown in the use case diagram. Here are some descriptions. And here's our domain class model. Just shows all the classes and how they're related. Here are some notes on how to set up and run the system, but that is what we're going to do now. We're going to open up a Blanks Eclipse workspace, and from here you could go to File, Open Projects from File System. We could import. We'll import an archive file, and you will go to where this file is. For me, it is on my desktop in my Eclipse folder right here. It's called Task 3 Code for Group 1 because that is our group. And once you have that, you just click Finish and it'll automatically enter. Once it is entered in, you could now open it, go to Source, and in the project software package, there will be a GUI driver.java. You'll click on that and you'll run it. And now this is the system as a GUI. As you can see, we have the 4 users, and we'll go through the use cases for each one, starting with customer. So to start, you are a customer. We are now in the outside Fry's state, so we'll enter the Fry's. We are now in the waiting for action state, so you could enter an aisle. Alternatively, we can go to register, but if you go into shopping cart, there's nothing there. However, we could see we're inside Fry's. We could also see our shopping list, which will show us what we need to buy. As you can see, we need 2 vegetables, 1 type of meat, and 2 breads. And we have $160. So let's pull that shopping list up and enter the first aisle. So the first aisle that you enter in will be a vegetable aisle. So let's grab 1 vegetable, and then it'll give us another randomly generated aisle, which coincidentally was the same one. We'll grab another vegetable. And then now let's go to change aisle. And let's go to aisle 2. Let's see what's on aisle 2. Some vegetables, but also some bread. So let's grab, I believe we only need the 1 bread. Nope, we need 2 breads. Well, let's go to aisle 3. Oh, there are bread in here, so we'll grab 1 of those. And now all we need is the 1 meat. So we'll go to aisle 4. Here, and let's grab a piece of fish. So now that we have our full shopping list, we could check our cart. 2 vegetables, 2 bread, 1 meat. All the prices are shown there. And so now we can go to the register, which calls the checkout method. And we could either return the order, but let's buy it. Buy it. Oh. 2 vegetables purchased, 2 bread purchased, 1 meat purchased, and that's our remaining balance. And that is the end of that simulation. So now let's test what happens if you tried to buy more items than you have money for. So let's enter the fries. Let's see, we have $100 in our wallet. Well, let's start buying items. If you really want to buy a lot of items quickly, quick tip, if you go to aisle 2, this corner right here, although it randomizes, you could just constantly click it and there will be an item there. So let's just sit here clicking for a little bit. Alright, let's see what's in our shopping cart. We have about $305 worth of stuff. Maybe click a little bit more. Okay. $353, and our wallet only has $100. Well, let's go to register. Let's try to buy what's in our cart. Customer does not have enough money. Remaining money is still $100 because it didn't do the transaction. And that's game over. You lose. So now let's run another one. And let's be a worker now. So we could enter fries, and now we start out at the register. And we could go to check out a customer because the customer is called checkout method. So we'll check out Oscar. He bought 2 vegetables and 1 meat, 2 bread. Check out Jeffrey. Bogdan. Oh, no more customers to check out, so our only option is to leave. We also have our salary, and we can see that we are at the register. Let's exit. And now, for company, we could go and we could buy wholesale. Wholesaler to purchase from, there is a list of wholesalers. For now, we're going to buy from Bob, the wholesaler. And we spent $590 on Bob's wholesale. We could see the stock has been updated. These are all we bought from Bob. And we have no employees unless we want to hire employees. And if you want to see what the employees are, you can go to the GUI driver file. The workers are Carl and Johnny. Okay, so we could let's hire Carl. Carl has been hired. The employee list has been updated. Johnny has been hired. Employee list has been updated. Let's buy some more wholesale. This time we'll buy wholesaler from Jim. Spent another $800. And our stock has been updated to show. So now let's exit. And let's run again. And now let's be a wholesaler. So as a wholesaler, first drive to fries. And all you really have is sell wholesale. So we sold our wholesale for $570. Alright, so those are in general all of them. Let's go back to the customer because the customer has most of the use case exceptions. So let's go back to our shopping list and 2 vegetables, 1 meat, and 2 bread. Let's grab just a bunch of vegetables. Exit aisle, let's go to register, buy cart, purchase the vegetables, but we do not win because we did not purchase the correct items from our shopping cart. Okay, so now let's go as a customer, enter fries. Let's do a return now. Let's say we want 2 vegetables, 1 meat, and 2 bread, but let's say we accidentally grab 3 vegetables. We could exit aisle, go to register, and we could return our order. Now, as you can see, our shopping cart is empty, and we could go put some more stuff in it. So again, 3 vegetables in shopping cart, 2 register, return order, shopping cart is now empty. So now let's, again, 2 vegetables. Let's get 2 bread. And let's get the meat. Let's buy cart. We win again, but as you can see, there's 1 out of 2. So let's see if we could buy some other type. Oh, return. Let's enter aisles. Let's actually change aisle, and let's go to aisle 5. And now, what we could do is we could grab the golden hot dog, which is fairly pricey, but we could go to register, and we could buy it. As you see, now we have a lot less money than when we bought the other stuff, but we win 2 out of 2. And now, let's see if we could get the exception that prevents you from entering the Fry's building. It's a random chance. Oh, so as you see, the Fry's is now on fire, and the building is on fire. You must leave. You cannot enter. So that is it for the Fry's use cases. And looking into the package, you can see that we have a person class that is an abstract class, and you could see how we also have the business entity abstract class, and the company and the wholesaler both extend the business entity, whereas the customer as well as the worker extend the person. We have our system, which, as I was saying, does all those insider use cases. And we have other classes that are necessary, such as item for the actual items within the store, and the GUI, obviously, and the store itself is its own class. So that is all we have for the Fry's system. Okay, so for the final quick important part of our system, if you go into this unit tests folder, there's a project software.package.test, and as you can see, there are 4 different unit test files. Each one of these files has a combination of different unit tests that essentially test the functionality of each important system use case. So with these tests working, you are able to know that the entire system as itself should work. And as you see, not every class has its own test file, but all the classes are tested. As you can see here on line 37, you need to make a system in order to actually do some of these methods, such as test return item. So real quick, we will run all of these, starting with company test. As you can see, it passed. Customer test. Oh, that ran company test. Customer test. Passes. Also, you can see the GUI works. Wholesaler test. Passes. And worker test. Passes. So that is all there is for the unit tests. Thank you for watching. This is Group 1 signing off.